Hello, 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 hello. Um, okay, so today is the third day of the devotional, the wooing, and so today is titled "Can you keep a secret? Can you keep a secret?" So very important, very very important. You should have become very familiar with the memory verse right now, which is, "And I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit in you." This is God speaking to you and me. "I'll take out your stony, stubborn heart and give you a tender, responsive heart." So let's just take it one more time. It's part of the meditation. "And I'll give you a new heart, and I'll put a new spirit in you. I will take out your stony, stubborn heart and give you a tender, responsive heart." So, like I said in the first two, like yesterday and the day before, that one of the ways that we can experience like a real transformation in our lives is if, and to the extent that we have a very tender and responsive heart, because with a tender and responsive heart, you'll be able to respond to the overtures of God's love and God's love for you, really. And when you respond to God's love, you see that it will affect the way you interact with people and the way you interact with your job and your career and your business. So today we're talking about, can you keep a secret? And the key verses are Esther 2:10. We saw it yesterday, where the Bible told us that Esther did not disclose her nationality and her family background. And then also verse 19 to 20, where we're told again that even when she got into the palace, she still didn't disclose her nationality and her family background. And this is a very very important part. Like, you need to be able to, of course, based on the advice of people, of Mordecai, her uncle. So I know that we live in a time where there's little or nothing to be left to the imagination. All you just need to know about somebody is to go to maybe their social media, Instagram. You know what they wear. You kind of have an idea of where they live. You know what they eat. Or it's TikTok. You say, "Get ready with me." You know what? You just look at this person and you kind of. Well, you can't believe everything you see on social media, but still, you can just look at a person and see, just have an idea, of what they are like. And I think as Christians, we need to be very careful about what we say, and not only about what we say, but also how we say it. I say that because, as Christians, we always really quickly go to Matthew. I can't remember now. Is it Matthew 6 or 7? "I'm a light, I said to I'm a light, I'm a lamp on a hill, I can't be hidden. I'm a city set on a hill, I can't be hidden," something like that. But this, from the book of Esther and these two passages, we learn the importance of not just only holding on to things that people don't really need to know, but also disclosing them at the right time. and that can make all the difference. That can, because you may think, oh, this is just me, I'm just a very open book, I don't really hide anything. Nobody's saying you should be deceitful. What we're really saying is that you need to be able to, for lack of a better expression, read the room and know when to say what you should say and when you shouldn't say. So but I think thinking about it in terms of your career and your business, there are some things that people will confide in you. Like maybe if you know that a co-worker is really struggling with some things, maybe because they just lost a parent or something, I don't think it lies in your mouth to tell them, to go and tell somebody else, oh, this person is going through this and all that. If they wanted to tell people, they would have told people. So when we think about secrets, think about not divulging information delivered to us in confidence, especially when we've been specifically told to tell no one. But what we do not realize is that it also implies the capacity to hold your tongue, whether or not you've been asked to do so. So it's not really about when someone told you a secret. What we're really talking about is also like things that people don't really need to know. You don't need to tell them. You really need to be able to keep your things that are confidential. Like you need to identify material and confidential information and know when to tell a client or when to tell a colleague and when not to tell a colleague. And so it's very important because apart from the fact that you can figure out people's life, we also live in a day and age where people want to just give hot takes. Everybody wants to say what's on their mind. Everybody feels like they have a voice, have a page, have this. I need to say what I need to say. But sometimes you don't really need to say what you need to say. You should just disclose it as and when necessary. And I pray that in your career or your business, God will give you the wisdom to be able to identify when you should say some things and when you shouldn't say anything. So there's a lesson there. There's a lesson in the relationship between Mordecai and Esther and keeping secret. And the lesson there is holding your tongue is being prudent about both keeping secrets and the timing of disclosing sensitive information. The time coming was important for Esther's nationality to be revealed. Absolutely. There was a time when it was very, very important for her nationality to be revealed. But that time wasn't when she was doing the beauty pageant, and it wasn't when she just became king. It was important when Haman was threatening to carry out the genocide on the Jews. So I mean it's a very straightforward and very it's a very straightforward lesson. You really need to watch what you're saying. You really need to watch who you're discussing things with, and if you work in a line of career or business where information is really, really important, then you need to be very careful about what you say to people. For example, I am a lawyer and we have client lawyers privilege. There are so many things that our clients tell us that we're not allowed to disclose. So maybe just using people as an example on social media because you maybe want to make a point may not really be very prudent, because what somebody needs to do is just put two and two together and they'll tell you, oh, this sounds like this person and it sounds like that person. So you have to be very careful. So let's look at the prayers. Prayers for today is that you thank God for showing the importance of holding your tongue, of keeping sensitive information, holding on sensitive information. Then thank God for the privilege to handle sensitive and material information. Thank God for people that trust you enough to tell you things that are really, really important to them. Thank God for clients that trust you with their business data and details. Thank God for colleagues that trust you in their most vulnerable moments, because that's how we pursue relationships. That's how we make lives better for other people. So thank God for that. It's not everybody that can be trusted with things. Then ask God to forgive you for the times that you broke confidence reposed in you. Think about it 11 times. And the example I like to use is like one of my friends. I remember that year, one of my close friends outside the office was going through some relationship issues, and then another of my close friends, I told was my close friend in the office, and I was telling her, oh, can you believe A, B, C, D, E, F, G? And she was like, why would you disclose that kind of thing to me? Do you think that I can trust you with my information, knowing that you can just tell somebody what I just told you? And it was a really humbling moment for me, and it sort of kind of affected our friendship after, because this person I was disclosing to, I just thought I was being, how you just feel like you're close to somebody because you're just telling them things. But yes, you want to be close to somebody. It's not another person's information you use to be close to the person. You understand? So you have to recognize that commercial information is really confidential. When people tell you things, when people repose confidence in you, don't play with, you don't take it for granted. That's how you lose trust. So for all the times that you were very careless and things, I really like that you pray to God and ask Him to forgive you for all the times that you've broken the confidence reposed in you. And then finally, ask God to help you restore relationships lost due to your loose tongues. I know that it may be very difficult. You may not be able to, you may not be as chummy as you were before, but ask God. God is a God of many. I don't think God is a God of second chance. I believe God is a God of many chances. So ask Him to help you. Ask for restoration of relationships. Maybe businesses you've lost because you said the wrong things. Clients that you can't really go back to talk to because you were very careless with information and their confidentiality. So ask God to help you restore. God is a restorer, and God is a God of many chances. He's very merciful enough to help you to right the wrong. So take action today. What are you going to do today differently? Meditate on the verse. You need to be tender. You need a tender heart to respect other people's wishes, not to divulge their secrets. It's true. If you don't really care about people, you're like, hey, and you told me, so what? Are you the first person that it happened to? Are you the second person? Are you going to be the last person? You know, people will tell you something, and the people will do so much evil, and they'll tell you that even the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. So why are you surprised? So you need a tender heart to be able to respect people's confidence. So pray for that. Meditate on the anchor verse. What else can you do differently today is to apologize to somebody whose confidence you have broken in times past. So there's a template in the journal, there's a template in the devotional that you can use to apologize to this person. So it's a sample text. Is apologize for breaking your trust. I'm really sorry. I know better now. I promise not to do such again. So reach out to somebody that told you something in secret and they heard it from somebody else. Tell them you are really sorry. Tell them you are really sorry and that it won't happen again. And do better. I know we all get better with time. Like after what happened to me, like totally. If you tell me something, I zip my mouth, like I hold my mouth shut. And there have been one or two times thereafter where I've had some issues, but the people involved didn't tell me that, oh, you can't tell people. This is never. But I think generally my default setting is if you tell me something, I'm not telling anybody. I just hold on to it because I know that's how trust is broken. If people hear what they told you in confidence from somebody else, they'll really be worried. So the title of devotional we're looking at is The Wooing. It's titled 31 Days of Responding to Abba's Ardent Pursuit, and today is day 3, and we've come to the end of day 3 actually. So if you've not gotten a copy of the devotional, it's available on Seller. Once I save this video, I'm going to link it in the description so that you can listen. You can get a copy of the devotional if you haven't done so. And then if you have any feedback or any questions, please feel free to. I still have like 3 minutes before the live goes off. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment. I will respond in the next 3 minutes. So yeah, it's very, very important. Extremely important to be a trustworthy person. One of the confidence is very cheap. That's one of the easy things that you can get from people. People may be very uncomfortable to give you money, but they are fairly easy to tell you things about themselves and tell you information that is very important. So when you have those kind of information, you should really be very careful before you start telling people. So when we say can you hold your tongue, it's not about like maybe just, oh, somebody told me something and told me not to tell anybody. It's also about you identifying things that are material in your business, material to your career, very, very sensitive information of your colleagues, of your employer, of your bosses at work. When you find out some things about them, it's not really your place to tell people. So just go and say, do you know what happened, this and that and that. And you can see that when you hold your tongue, and not only when you hold it, when you disclose information prudently, there's always a blessing attached to it. Well, not really a blessing, but you're saving yourself. You're not getting into trouble. So that's it for me. I'll see you again tomorrow by 12:30 p.m. And tomorrow the title is Your Decisions Can Significantly Alter the Lives of Others. Very, 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 very interesting story there. One of personal stories that really marks my life. I really like this story. And sometimes when I want to do things, I think about, oh my God, who is going to be affected by what I just said or what I didn't say. So see you tomorrow by 12:30 p.m. Please read the devotional. I really enjoyed putting it together. Like, Esther is one of the books in the Bible that I really like, and I just always marveled about how I just always thought about Esther in terms of marriage, sexual purity, all those things. Like, there's so much to learn from Esther. There's so much to learn from the other characters in the book as well. So see you tomorrow, 12:30. It's 15 minutes already. See you tomorrow. I'm going to save the picture. I'm going to save the video, so even if you join late, you can play it again and again. And it's also going to be on my YouTube as well, so you'll also be able to watch. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow by 12:30 p.m. Bye.